Day number 5 of Chicago Bears training camps in the books, and let's talk about what happened. What's going on, guys? I'm back with another Chicago Bears training camp update video, which I'll be doing every single day of camp this year. So, guys, on my thoughts, my opinions, my reaction, what happened at camp every single day. Definitely be sure to subscribe to my channel. Again, I'm not going to be at camp every single day. I wish I could be, but I'm not a part of the official media, so I'll be compiling all the tweets and all the reports from people actually there, people that I trust. And pads go on, by the way, starting tomorrow, okay? So starting tomorrow, we're going to be seeing actual football being played in practice. Without the pads, you can only tell so much. So today was actually the last non-padded practice. Going forward, they are going to have pads on most days. Again, they will have some days where they're not wearing pads because you can't have, I think it's more than 3 consecutive padded practices, something like that. So I'm excited though for pads coming on, because then you're going to actually see the battles in the trenches and see how good the offensive line is, how good the defensive line is, and so on. So, going to be a lot of fun starting tomorrow, but let's talk about practice today. And the first story I want to talk about is Chase Claypool having a pretty fantastic day of practice, according to reports. So, in 11-on-11 drills, according to Greg Braggs Jr., he said that back-to-back contested catches Chase Claypool had in the 2-minute drill, 11-on-11s. One was actually on Tyrique Stevenson, the rookie cornerback, who was all over him, but it was a great catch by Claypool. And the second was a catch in which Claypool was able to get out of bounds because it was a 2-minute drill, so he had to go out to preserve the clock. Not sure who that catch was on, but regardless, okay, the fact that he did have back-to-back contested catches makes me pretty damn happy, because a couple days ago I was actually saying on these videos that I was wanting to see Chase Claypool more involved in these practices on the team sessions, because so far we have not really seen Chase Claypool being targeted that much by Justin Fields. Okay, both the days that I went, I can't remember Chase Claypool having too many catches. So the fact that he did have, back-to-back, pretty good catches in a high leverage situation, 2-minute drill where you have to go down the field fast, that's a pretty big thing for the offense, and I hope we see more of that going forward, because the impact on this passing attack, if we get a fully healthy, fully locked in Chase Claypool, is going to be massive, because he represents a jump ball winning type of guy that I don't think we have on this roster besides for him. Obviously, we know that DJ Moore can get contested catches, Darnell Mooney can too, but none of them are 6'5" and have the physicality that a Chase Claypool has. So going up against the bigger guys, Chase Claypool really could be that target for Justin Fields in the middle of the field if he works in the slot, or on the outside if you want to, if you want to throw a ball, chuck one down the field to, somebody that is tall enough to catch it. Chase Claypool could be that guy. So love to hear those reports about Chase Claypool, because again, so many people have been hating on this guy the entire offseason, Bears fans included. So if he turns it around, watch out, okay? Because that could be a big thing for the Bears offense. Going to the next story of the day, though, I do want to talk about Tyrique Stevenson, the rookie cornerback, because I've been talking about him a lot the past week, and it's not been good reports, okay? He's been getting, beat a lot by guys like DJ Moore, Chase Claypool. Obviously, these are established receivers in the NFL, so being a rookie cornerback, it was going to be tough sledding for him, especially the first few weeks of practices. But today we saw, the potential that Ryan Poles saw in him to draft him in the second round. Okay, Tyrique Stevenson actually had a pretty phenomenal day of practice, according to reports. According to Clay Harbor, he said that Tyrique Stevenson actually blanketed Chase Claypool on one play and picked off Justin Fields as well. So even though Chase Claypool had some pretty good catches, Tyrique Stevenson also got a win against Claypool and actually picked off Justin Fields. Looks like he jumped that route, and, phenomenal play by Tyrique Stevenson. Also, according to Greg Braggs Jr., he also said that first play at one-on-ones goes Fields to DJ Moore with Tyrique Stevenson all over it. Incomplete, out of bounds. Great coverage by the rookie. That is promising stuff out of the rookie. Cornerback is such a hard position to play. I would argue it's probably the second hardest position to play in football besides for quarterback, because you have to mirror what the receiver is doing without knowing where exactly they're going. All the rules also benefit the receiver. They benefit the offense. So it's a position where we've seen so many rookies struggle to begin their career. Like Kyler Gordon had a bunch of rookie struggles last year. And I'm sure that Tyrique Stevenson also will have rookie struggles as well, because no rookie cornerback is perfect right away unless your name is Sauce Gardner, who somehow had one of the best rookie seasons, one of the best cornerback seasons of all time in coverage, going down the field. I'm not expecting that out of Tyrique Stevenson, because that was so rare. So anything we can get out of Tyrique Stevenson this year, I think it's going to be a developmental type of year for him. Like, he's not going to be perfect right away. He's going to be beat probably a lot the first couple weeks, but I do think it's going to get a lot better as the season progresses, because he's shown the ability to be resilient, bounce back, learn. He's a very coachable kid and has all the tools, all the ceiling in the world. This guy could be one of the better cornerbacks if he can put it all together, because he does have that frame and that athletic profile. So, I'm excited about the future of the secondary, especially with Kyler Gordon going into year 2. I mean, we haven't talked too much about Kyler Gordon, I feel like, but this guy also has been getting a lot better, okay? Playing in the nickel position now and going up against, the physical guys he's going to have to go up against in the slot. It's going to be a big year for Kyler Gordon too. And, we'll see how Kindle Vildor fits into all this too, because Kindle Vildor at this point, might be on the outside looking in to even play this year because we added so many cornerbacks in the offseason. But going to the next story of the day, I do want to stick on the defense again and talk about an unexpected UDFA that had an insane day of camp today. Okay, he actually had 2 interceptions. So, Braylon Trahan, I'm pretty sure that's how you say his name. I'm sorry if I'm butchering it, but he went to Louisiana, was a UDFA safety that we got this year, and he actually had 13 picks during his college career, which I had no idea about. I had to look that up today, but he had a decorated college career in terms of getting turnovers, and today he actually had 2 of them. So, according to Sean Hammond, he said that during the 2-minute drill, with about 30 seconds remaining at the offense near midfield, Justin Fields threw a deep ball intended for Tyler Scott that was picked off by Braylon Trahan. Also, according to Jeff Berkes, he said that he had to pick off a PJ Walker on a sprint out as well. So, that's big time stuff, okay? Especially for a UDFA safety that's going to have to fight and claw his way to make this roster. UDFAs are not guaranteed anything, so any plays they make in practice are, that's a big deal, because that's how they make this roster, by showing up in practice and making big time plays. I mean, that's encouraging stuff for what could be a backup safety on the roster this year. Okay, you guys have to remember that besides for Eddie Jackson and Jaquan Brisker, we don't have any sure things at backup safety. Like, who's going to be that safety number 3, safety number 4? I have no idea as of now, because we don't have DeAndre Houston Carson anymore on the roster, which I kind of wish we kept him, because he was the perfect backup safety, such a good special teamer as well. But he was getting older, so I do understand not keeping him for this youth movement. But is it going to be Elijah Hicks that wins this backup safety job? He was a 7th round pick from last year. Is it going to be Kendall Williamson, the 7th round pick from this year? Is it going to be Adrian Colbert, who had a pick on Justin Fields a few days ago? Is it going to be this guy, Braylon Trahan, who had a very phenomenal practice today? Like, it's going to be a battle between these backup safeties, and I'm very curious to see how that battle ends up playing out. Okay, who's going to win these jobs, because right now it's too early to call. So keep an eye on this going forward. Preseason is going to be pretty important in determining who's going to win these jobs. Playing well in actual games matters a lot more than practice, but practice also does matter to some extent as well. So we'll see who wins that backup safety job. But going to the next story of the day, I do want to talk about Justin Fields now, the day that he had. And it wasn't a great day according to what I've read. Like, he didn't have as good of a day as the past 4 days of practice, but that's totally fine. Okay, we need the defense to win sometimes. Otherwise, that's not good news about our defense if the offense is just thrashing them every single day of practice, which I gotta say, guys, usually it's the exact opposite in Bears training camp. Every single year of my life in Bears training camp, the offense has always been behind the defense in the early stages of camp, but so far it's been the opposite. Okay, the offense has been winning more days than the defense, but today the defense definitely got the better of the offense. And according to Courtney Cronin, she said that rough execution from the first team offense during the 2-minute drill. Drive started with a botched snap, 2 first down catches back to back by Chase Claypool, but it ended with Fields throwing a deep ball into double coverage picked up by Braylon Trahan, the play that I already talked about. And the other reports also were not too kind to the offense during the 2-minute drill. Okay, it seemed like it was a pretty bad 2-minute drill for the starting offense. And again, guys, that's totally fine. Okay, you would like to see Justin Fields play better, but you want the defense to win some days as well. Otherwise, we got bums on our defense. And still, I think our defense is not going to be great this year. It's not going to be elite, but it should be much improved from last year, I would hope, with all the additions that we did make. Okay, guys like Tremaine Edmonds, TJ Edwards, the cornerbacks in the draft. Like, it should be a better defense, even though I know we have massive question marks on the defensive line. But talking about Justin Fields and the offense more, it wasn't all bad. Like, the offense did still have some good moments. So even on the bad day, they still weren't completely terrible in all of practice. So according to Greg Braggs Jr. on 7-on-7s, Justin Fields had a bunch of, pretty nice checkdowns. So one to the left side to Tyler Scott, one to Chase Claypool over the middle, and the last to DJ Moore to the left. Fields spread the ball around, and the receivers did a nice job of creating separation and finding a soft spot in these zones. So you can see, guys, Fields is definitely getting better in checking the ball down and getting rid of the ball faster. Okay, so far in camp, we've seen multiple reports about him, getting to the check down faster, actually hitting the check down rather than just looking downfield, having his eyes only downfield, and then getting sacked. Okay, so far in camp, it has been him, working the short game, the quick game a lot more. And I really do hope that translates into the real games, because that's how you become an actual franchise quarterback. You have to have those gimme yards of like 4 or 5 yards to keep a drive moving and not get sacked. And with all the receivers we have now, guys that can get open, guys that can work after the catch as well. DJ Moore is phenomenal after the catch. Eberflus Jones also, even though he has fumbling issues. Last year, he was actually pretty good after the catch, put a bunch of moves on defenders in the open field to make slants or dump offs go 10, 15, 20 yards or even longer. So the short passing game should be a lot more improved this year. I think, it's going to have to play out on the football field though when the games actually start, when you have a defensive lineman creeping up on you, about to knock the hell out of you. That's when we're actually going to see what growth Justin Fields has made. Right now it's just practice, but encouraging signs for the offense. But today again, the defense won the day on 11-on-11 drills, and 11-on-11 drills matter a lot more than 7-on-7s do, or 1-on-1. So again, the defense definitely had the better day, but still not a terrible showing either by the offense in other parts of practice. But going to the next story of the day, I do want to talk about Eberflus Jones. Okay, I talked about him briefly right now, talking about his ability after the catch, but Eberflus Jones low-key has been having a pretty underrated camp. Okay, he's been catching the ball a lot better. There haven't been any fumbles, according to my knowledge. There has been one bobble I saw in practice, a few days ago on Saturday, but that was also a bad ball by PJ Walker. So it's been a much better camp out of Eberflus Jones. So according to Richard Hightower, the special teams coordinator, he says that he sees a noticeable difference with Eberflus Jones and that he's much more comfortable catching the football after doing a lot of reps in the offseason. And love to hear that, okay? Again, until the game starts though, until the ball is coming down towards you and there's the bright lights flashing, you're on national TV, until that happens, you can't necessarily say for certain he's got better catching the football, because I think a lot of it is just mental. Because obviously it's easy to catch a football, but doing it when the games actually matter, that's a totally different story. But I still have hope for Eberflus Jones. Okay, I know a lot of you guys have given up, but third round pick from last year, I don't think Ryan Poles is going to cut him, especially if he has a pretty good offseason. And if he gets better at just not fumbling, he could actually be one of the best kickoff returners in the NFL, because last year he actually did rank third in the NFL in kickoff return yards per kickoff. So we've already seen him flash elite potential in the special teams department, but if he can also get involved in the short passing game, on the screens, on the jet sweeps, on the gadgety type of plays, I mean, there still could be hope for Eberflus Jones in this offense, and it could just be another game-breaking weapon for Justin Fields, because Eberflus Jones, guys, has a type of speed that you cannot teach, and after the catch, he can put the moves on you and then dance in the end zone. I really love his touchdown dance, which I hope to see more of next season if he's scoring a lot more touchdowns than last year. But then finally, going to the last story of the day, just a quick clip I want to share from Twitter. Shout out to the person that posted this. But Darnell Wright, a rookie tackle, pancakes somebody on the right side. I can't even see who that guy is. The quality is not the best, so apologies for that. But you can see Darnell Wright showed the nastiness of physicality that he showed a lot in college football. And that's who Darnell Wright is at his core. He wants to completely bulldoze, pancake somebody every single time he's on the football field. I think we're going to see a lot of that this rookie season. Even though he's going to be having some, rookie moments, some learning moments too, there are going to be moments where he just completely overwhelms his opposition with the pure physical power that he has. But that's it for the video, guys. I'll be back with another one tomorrow. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave your comments down below. The video tomorrow might be out a little bit late because I have a lot of work tomorrow to do at my job, so might be home a little bit late tomorrow. I appreciate you guys for understanding my schedule, because I'm not as timely with these videos as I used to be, but still there's a lot of people watching, so I appreciate all you guys. You guys are awesome. Have a good night. As always, bear down.